Good day everyone. For today's video, I will be discussing the lesson 1.3 Emerging Technologies in the Hospitality Industry. Lesson Summary. Technology has revolutionized the way hospitality businesses operates. The emerging technologies are Internet of Things, biometric technology, and artificial intelligence. These three offers check-in, enhanced customized experience, and saves much cost and resources. However, this technology poses a great threat to privacy and employment. Let us define first what is the emerging technologies in the hospitality industry. Emerging technologies are technologies whose development, practical application, or both are still largely unrealized. So, maka-imagine pa ka unsa ng emerging technology since wa pa man nahitabo except sa mga country nga mga improvise. It is term generally used to describe a new technology that are currently developing or that are expected to be available within the next 5 to 10 years. So, we are expecting na naanay mga new technology mahitabo in the next 5 to 10 years. Like for example, ang mga sakyan na nanay mga pako instead of rigid, or ang mga sapatos pwede na mulupad. So mootoy mga new technologies nga mag-emerge in hospitality industry. Third one is emerging technologies are often perceived as capable of changing the status quo. Nung maepektuhan ang status quo sa mga nag-emerge nga technologies, because it will rapidly because of the digital technologies exist. All the past technologies will be vanished off. Makalimtan na tungod sa mga na ay bagong release ng mga technology and in the future. So, there are 3 new technologies is already emerged and widely used in the advanced country such as China, Japan, and the United States of America. Some of us are already know that these 3 countries are very advanced, like daghan ng mga technologies nga nag-exist sa ilang country. Pareha ani nga 3 new technology that emerging are Internet of Things or IoT, biometric technology, and artificial intelligence. Now let us talk about first the Internet of Things. So, what is Internet of Things or the IoT? In 1999, a British technologist Kevin Ashton came up with the term Internet of Things to define a network that not only connects people but also the objects around them. It also the networking of physical objects through attached sensors and other tools that can collect and transmit information about real-time activities in an environment. Like we can use the QR code or through scanning. Muna mga Internet of Things like kintahay sa ato na tayo mawad-an og mga gamit. So pwede na to gamitan og mga nag-emerge nga technologies like atong i-scan, then automatic makit-an nimo asa ni nakabutang. Next is, with the application of IoT, it enables to enhance guest experience by offering unique services and facilities, amenities, and an exceptional digital experience. So, makahatag ko nun or provide a unique services to the guest, especially sa mga hotels and mga standards sa food and beverage industry. It improves businesses' process through minimizing operational costs while maximizing productivity and developing new services. Lastly, it obtains information about guest needs and preferences, and allowing businesses to offer more personal products and services. Next discussion will present examples of how IoT solutions that offer opportunities to achieve customer satisfaction, intensify operations efficiency, and provide differentiated services. Example na ani is ang keyless entry. Keyless entry uses a smartphone or any device to unlock a hotel room door instead of a traditional room key or key card. A keyless door lock is the ability for guests to unlock their rooms using a digitally encrypted key that resides on a smartphone, tablet, or watch via a dedicated hotel app or Bluetooth. Take a look on the picture below. Demonstrate how smartphone was used to unlock a hotel room. So, kini ko ng keyless entry is the use of smartphone or any device like tablet or mga Android watch to unlock a hotel room door instead of a traditional key nga atong gigamit, since as we notice kasagaran mga hotel karon sa especially anhi sa Pilipinas, not only Pilipinas but kasagaran sa mga hotel is nagamit sila og mga key or sa ginatawag natong yawi or yabi. But with the use of keyless entry, especially sa mga hotels and daghang mga guests nga mudong or the different accommodation. So like for example, kung ako nidong ko sa hotel at 50, then ilang mga room is kasagaran advanced technology na, so dili ko kasod sa akong room nga gipili kung wa ko'y keyless entry. So kinahanglan nako ang app sa mismong hotel. Then, through scan or a Bluetooth, ma-unlock na nako ang ako ang room. So, next, there are some benefits in using of keyless entry. First, the convenience, better access control, save time and money from routine, refined styling, advanced security. So, nganong convenience man ang keyless entry door locks? Because it's easy to access by not having to fumble with keys anymore. Dili na nato kinahanglan mo gamit pa og mga key para ma-unlock ang atong mga door. Then, better access control. For more security-sensitive application or businesses with a high rate of employee turnover, it is vital to have an access system that can handle the specific needs of the users. Since we all know that our traditional key nga atong gigamit can be lost, stolen, or copied, but a password can protect against this risk. Third, save time and money from reclaim. This is very important, especially for businesses with high employee turnover, such as grocery stores and big box retailers, because it can keep track of physical keys that requires extensive oversight in organization. With keyless entry, other revoking access is simple and instant, and it's easy to manage a high number of individuals without special tools or technical knowledge. Fourth, refined styling. As keyless entry technologies evolve, there are different visual styling exist. Daghang mga styling nga pwede gamiton. As we know, many electronic door locks are available today when it comes to styling or design. So, if we are planning to have a keyless door lock for our facility or home, just be sure it's capable of handling the physical needs of our environment for the safety users. And lastly, the advanced security. Of course, locks are only as good as the level of security we provide. And it depends kung unsay atong gigamit, like a traditional key ba or the advanced security. But in keyless entry, it makes us life more easier. Next, a hotel smart mirror. A smart mirror is a two-way mirror with an electronic display behind the glass and connect your phone via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. Through display, you can typically get information such as the date and time, daily news, weather forecasts, and traffic reports. The mirror can also share information about what's available at the hotel for guests to spend money on. So, ang hotel smart mirror ko no is mura ra pud na siya o touchscreen nga cellphone, like makita na nimo sa screen ang mga date and time, daily news, weather forecast, and traffic reports. Gamit kaayo ni siya especially sa mga hotels kay guests can gain information or makahibaw sila kung unsay mga available sa na services nga gina-offer sa usa ka hotel, like mga foods, unsay mga products nga ilang gi-offer. Hotel Smart can detect it. Mao to. Guest room automation system. So, unsa man ang guest room automation system? The guest room automation system is enable hotel owner to provide their guests the convenience of controlling multiple functions in the room, including lighting, temperature, drapes, and audio-video system using automated interfaces. Enrollment process of biometric system. So, what do you mean by biometric system? It is biological measurements or physical characteristics that can be used to identify individuals. For example, fingerprint, mapping, facial recognition, and retina scans are all forms of biometric technology. But these are just the most recognized options. Kay mao man ni kasagaran nga atong gigamit or familiar man tang tanan ani. So, in figure 12, it shows the recognition process of biometric system. So, it involves matching within a tolerance of approximation of observed biometric traits against previously collected data for a subject. So, in the recognition stage, kanang nakita nimo nga object, then na ay scan subject sa obus, it represents a user that submit a biometric sample, and then the system will be the one to extract a feature set kung naabay compared existing samples in the database. So, if the features matches with the data, ang system na mismo ang mo-decide kung iya bang i-accept ang users. So, maotoy recognition process of biometric system. There are different types of physiological biometrics. But let us define first what is physiological biometrics. Physiological biometrics are those that rely on one's physical characteristic to determine identity, including fingerprints, finger or hand prints, hand geometry, iris recognitions, retina scan, facial recognitions, ear shape, voice recognitions, thermography recognitions, and DNA matching. First, the fingerprints. The fingerprint scanner. It is used for recognizing and authenticating the fingerprint of an individual. It enables hotel guests to access their room and other hotel facilities without the need of a key. So, we are already familiar with the fingerprint scanner since natay fingerprints sa atong mismong mga cellphone. Yes, naatay mga fingerprints, so familiar na taana. So, ang uban ko ng hotel, nag-use sila og mga fingerprint para sa mga ilang guests aron they can provide easy access of an individual. Or like ganina keyless entry, karon ang uban mugamit pud sila fingerprint aron maka-unlock sila sa ilang mismong room door. Second, the finger hand or veins. It identifies a user based on the vein patterns in their finger. As a result, the reader can scan the user's unique pattern of veins. So, with the use of finger hand or veins, mag-identify ko na ni kung unsay pattern sa imong kamot, like kaning mga linya sa atong mga kamot, mao daw nay hand veins. Muna mo scan if imo ba na nagikan. So kung dili, example, first hand veins, imong hand veins una gi-scan, then i-detect sala ilang scan sa lain, di ka ma-detect kay di man imuhang hand veins ang nakita. Third one is the hand geometry. It identifies a user based on the shape of their hands. So, kung maglibog mo sa finger hand veins and hand geometry, ang hand veins maotoy nag-base sila sa patterns sa imong kamot. Then, kaning hand geometry, it based on the shape of your hands and used for application in physical access, attendance tracking, and personal verification. So, based on my experience, na-experience na ho ang hand geometry since katong na ay national ID. So, gi-scan man jud ang atong mga kamot na ay fingerprint and finger hand veins. Ito. Fourth, the iris recognitions. It is commonly used as physical access, controllability, ideal for throughput environments that depend speed and accuracy. Iris scans are quicker and more reliable than fingerprint scans since it is easier for an individual to obscure or alter their fingers than it is to alter their eyes. So, iris recognitions, nagamit po ni sa pagkuha na ko og national ID. Like, giscan nila, circle na siya duha ka buok, then imo nang i-center ang imong mata, tarungan nimo dapat di ka mo pwede aron ma-scan nila og tarong ang imong iris. Then, retina scan. So, it is a biometric technique that is used unique patterns on a person's retina blood vessels. It performed by casting an unperceived beam of low-energy infrared light into person's eyes as they look through the scanner's eyepiece. Retina scan is pauna na ato ang mga mata. Then, facial recognitions. A facial recognition is a system uses biometrics to map facial features from a photograph or video, like ang atong nang i-scan, like mura ra ng QR code mag-scan ta ngadto sa laing cellphone or apps. Then pero kini nga physical features, is gigamitan og facial recognitions like sa atong mga cellphone, diba, na ay mupili man ta kung unsaon nato pag-unlock, like na ay pattern, fingerprint, na siya na apoy facial recognition. It helps hotel owners and others in the hospitality industry to improve the customer's experience, make processes more efficient, and enhance security. In particular, it allows for queues to be avoided, check-ins to be automated, and security and research to be more comprehensive. So, mas maila kaayo o facial recognitions na ang gamiton. Airship. It works by analyzing array producing algorithm on an image to seek out core features. When array finds one, the software throws over the part and repeat the analysis. So, Airship, pinaagi na po sa atong mga dunggan. Like, naa sila gamiton nga kanang technologies para i-scan sa atong dunggan. Then, makita na sa screen. Another thing is voice, speech, or recognitions. Voice or speaker recognition is the ability of a machine or program to receive and interpret dictation or to understand and carry out spoken command. It enables consumers to multitask by speaking directly to their Google Home. I know familiar ta aning voice speech recognitions. Like, for example, sa atong Google Form, Google Map, or kanang mga website nga kinahanglan nato mag-search, like diba kasagaran nato mo gamit og written or atong i-type, but voice speech recognition is allowed po sa Google. Kay pwede nimo adturan nimo i-invoice unsa imong i-search, then makita na ang result. Like for example, mangita kag meaning sa kanang emerging technologies, imo ra i-invoice, like imo ipaduol ang cellphone sa imong baba, then imo ra i-pronounce, automatic na og hatag sila sa meaning. So mao na voice speech or recognitions. Next, lastly, is the thermography recognition. Thermal face recognition deals with a face recognition system that takes thermal face as an input. In preceding description, the concept of thermal images will be made clearer. Thermal human face images are generated due to the body heat pattern of the human being. This is the most identified, and the DNA matching has long been used for identification purposes. Additionally, it's the only form of biometrics that can trace familial ties. So, ang DNA, di ba, ibaw na tama o ni gigamit para sa identification process. It is especially valuable when dealing with missing persons, disaster victim identification, and potential human trafficking. Furthermore, other than fingerprints, DNA is the only biometric that can be left behind unintentionally. So, ang DNA is pinaka-importante sa tanan, kay nga no, if a person na mawa or like mamatay na, then kanang dili ka ka-identify kung kinsa na ang tao, imo ba ng kamag-anak or kailara, then through DNA matching or i-process pa man ang dugay, mahibaw-an kung kinsa na ang tao. Like for example, ang tao na sunog, so syempre dili mailhan ang noun, di ta ka-identify kung kinsa na. So with the use of DNA matching, we can identify them. DNA gathered from hair, saliva, semen, and so on contains short tandem repeat sequences by comparing them to others TRS in a database. So, di ba, atong hibaw-an is pwede nimo i-DNA ang buhok, saliva, mga laway. Munay mga valid. So, there are different types of behavioral biometrics. So, what it is? Behavioral biometrics are those that measure behavior patterns as opposed to physical characteristics. So, first, lip movement. Measuring lip movements, much like a deaf person might track lip movement to determine what is said. Biometric lip motions authentication tracks and record precise muscle movement around the lips to determine if they follow an expected pattern. So, kaning behavioral biometrics is wa pa ni nahitabo bisan asa nga country. Bisan isa wa pa'y nagamit ani, unlike itong mga physical na ay uban ato na nagamit, but in behavioral biometrics bisan isa wala pa. So in lip movement, it is very important especially sa mga tao nga dili kay istorya kay they can track but through lip movement and the motion to record precise muscle movement around the lips kung unsay ilang ibang istorya. They can track an expected pattern. Biometric lip motion sensors often require users to verbalize passwords and record the corresponding lip movement to grant or deny access. Guide biometrics records stride patterns via video imaging, then transform the map data into a mathematical equation. This type of biometric is unobtrusive, making it ideal for massive crowd surveillance, as it can quickly identify people from afar. Murag telescope ni siya kay bisan unsa pa na kalayo ng taon na or bisan unsa pa kalayo ng butanga like mga bird, we can quickly identify them. Third one is signature recognition. Signature recognition is a behavioral biometric that measures facial coordinates, pin pressure, inclination, and pin stroke in both offline and online applications. A digital tablet records measurements then uses the information to automatically create a biometric profile for future authentication. So, express check-in. There are numbers of hotels in China are using facial recognitions for check-in. One of the most popular is Flizhou Hotel and Alibaba Hotel that was located in Hangzhou, China. The check-in process only requires guests to check themselves into rooms without having to visit the front desk. Guests often access this through their mobile phones. And the check-in process only requires guests to scan their face through the hotel's mobile application. There is no longer guest set to wait. Instead, guests automatically can proceed to the room without any key or receipt. Muna express check-in. So, sa ubos na kay makita nga picture, duha ka buok mo na most popular Flizhou Hotel and Alibaba Hotel in Hangzhou, China. second one is the express and secure room access. Making guest room accessible only by fingerprint or facial scanning. It eliminates the needs to manage keycard inventory and the headache of lost, stolen, or deactivated cards. Increase security of the room as only those with authorized fingerprints can access the room. So, fingerpress. In figure 15, it shows the girl scan her face to unlock in her room in Flyzo Hotel. It also increased the security of the room as only those with authorized fingerprints can access the room. So if there were ever a question of room access, the management would easily be able to review the login records any hotel using their own biometric data to enter the room. Biometric credit card terminal. So, the employee management. So, what do you mean by employee management? It is a biometric aren't just used to enhance the guest experience, but monitoring employee attendance and time is a serious task for many businesses. Without correct records, employees could be paying employees for time they haven't worked. So, of course, in a one business, kinahanglan nga productive ang usa ka organization. And kanang dapat naka-record ang tanan aron maka-identify ka kung ang imong mga employee is ila ba yung buhat ng ilang responsibility as a worker in that organization. So, the manual input of time card can be manipulated if without correct records of an employers. Digital systems automates the entire time tracking processes. It provides exact time of employees' time in and out which automatically transferred to a payroll solution in time per day. So, kinahanglan sa mga employee nga naa sila record kung unsa silang orasa nga ning enter, then napod sila dapat i-record kung unsa sila orasa nga ni out sa ilang trabaho. They followed the rules of the organization, like muhawa sila sa exact time nga gihatag sa ilang business manager. Next is the artificial intelligence. So, artificial intelligence, according to Investopedia, it is the simulation of human intelligence in the machines that are programmed to think like humans and mimic their actions. It also a branch of computer science that involves developing computer programs to complete tasks which would otherwise require human intelligence. So, ang artificial intelligence is mas grabe na gyud in the future if ma-release man gali ni. Like, naanay mga robots nga mahitabo kanuna ta sa mga technology, ang mga robots na atong maatubang dili na mga tao. Okay? They also like a human man. So, di na ta makurat if atong kaistorya is mga robot na. Okay, we are in a world of technology, modern world. So, artificial intelligence is the ability of a computer or a robot controlled by computer to do tasks that are usually done by humans because they require human intelligence and discernment. So, kung unsay ginabuhat sa tao, mabuhat po sa mga robot. So, an AI algorithm is an extended subset of machine learning that tells computer how to learn to operate on its own. In turn, the device continues to gain knowledge to improve processes and run tasks more efficiently. It also can tackle learning, perception, problem solving, language understanding, and or logical reasoning. Non-AI programs simply carry out a defined sequence of instructions. Common examples are the machine used in the factories. An AI can be application, a software or a program that controls robots. So, most people get confused between the artificial intelligence and the robotics. So, what is robotics? According to Britannica, a robot is any automatically operated machine that replaces human effort, though it may not resemble human beings in appearance or perform functions in a human-like manner. Behind the wonders of robot is robotic. It is a branch of technology which deals with robots that involve designing, building, and programming physical robots. In figure 17, it shows a Venn diagram of robotics and AI, which is the overlap between the two, then is called the artificially intelligent robots. This potentially means that artificially intelligent robot is the bridge between robotics and AI. These are robotics which are controlled by AI programs. Many robots are not artificially intelligent. Non-intelligent robots are quite limited in their functionality. The AI algorithms are often necessary to allow the robot to perform more complex tasks. So the hospitality industry is shifting towards digital innovation and technology. Artificial intelligent robots, or EIR, is progressively adapted to improve the customer's experience and make businesses smarter. In fact, this is what hospitality is about: providing quality service by exceeding customer expectation and creating the best experience possible. So, in-person customer service. It is an example of artificial intelligence in the hospitality industry that is use of AI to deliver in-person customer service. So, in-person customer service. Ang mga robot na imong maatubang in a front desk sa usa ka hotel, or ang mga robot na mudong sa imong room aron maghatag og mga services nga gi-offer sa usa ka hotel, or ang mga robot na mo-provide sa mga services. Ang mga robot na mo-provide sa mga services like they act like a crew sa mga food and beverage industry. Muna yung mga in-person customer service. Virtual assistant. Virtual assistants are software agents that perform human-like tasks based on voice or written commands. VAs are found on devices connected to the internet, such as smartphones, desktop, or in-home speakers. Some of the popular VAs are the Alexa, developed by Amazon.com, Siri from App Inc., and V by Samsung Electronics. So, mao na example nga virtual assistants. Aside from VAs, we are already seeing development of robots with artificial intelligence. The best example of this, shown in figure 18, an artificial intelligent robot called Connie the concierge. An AI called Connie, which is Hilton Hotel first robot concierge in the hospitality industry. The robot tells guests about nearby attractions, places to eat, and hotel information. So kaning si Connie the concierge mao'y mag-guide sa mga nearby attractions, places to eat, and hotel information. It also can recognize and speak a number of foreign language. So, if a guest is mga Thailand, Chinese, Japan, ang si Connie Concierge na ang bahala mo entertain nila since it can speak a number of foreign language and no need for translator, especially to the guests cannot speak in English. Front office staff in Hina Hotel. The Hina Hotel Maihama in Japan offers a check-in experience unlike any other, as guests are greeted by bellhop dinosaurs when they arrive at reception. Motion detector trigger the movement, and an iPad is used to help check-in guests. So the front office staff kuno in Hina Hotel, dili na tao ang imo maatubang kundi ang mga dinosaurs na mo na nahitabo sa China siguro ni or Japan. Ang dinosaurs na niatubang sa mga guests nga mo check-in sa ilang hotel. Technology has been shown to be extremely effective when it comes to direct messaging and online chat services responding to simple questions or requests. For example of it is an artificial chatbot and messaging. We are familiar with chatbot and messaging, like kung mo visit sa website, then na ay mo kalit o pop-up sa atong screen nga mo tanag o what can I help you, mo anay ginatawag ko chatbots and messaging. But og sa aho ra nang i-drag, then di na ko i-open, pero pwede man mo nga inyo nang i-open, then kung unsa inyong gipangita or gilisuran mo, inyo rang i-type dito, then tabangan na mo niya. Muna si chatbots and messaging. It is an artificial intelligence software that can simulate a conversation with the users in natural language through messaging applications, website, mobile apps, or through the telephone. This is invaluable to hotel because it provides a type of response times that are almost impossible to maintain with human-to-human interaction. So, in figure 20, it shows a virtual assistant from Okada website. Once the chat message will be clicked, a greeting message will automatically pop up on your phone. Depende sa imong answers, the virtual assistant will reply and assistant. Data analysis. Artificial intelligence has the capability of analyzing large amounts of data in short amount of time. The process of turning raw data into clear, meaningful, and actionable insights provide hospitality operators with a key to effectively personalizing the experience that a guest customers enjoy while staying in the property. Okay. There are 4 advantages in the use of emerging technologies. First, easy access to information. With the use of technologies, we can easily access any information from any part of the world or globe. Like we can easily catch up the latest news, especially from COVID-19 pandemic nga nahitabo nato karon. Improves productivity using artificial intelligence in the form of robots in a hotel or restaurants. It could result in a consistent experience for customers. Robots are able to prepare the foods and serve it to the guests without making mistakes. Personalized guest experience. Personalized guest experience. The added benefit of technology is the capability to record every transaction and track individual consumers. According to the survey of Oracle in 2018, guests are the most preferred to the establishment wherein employees can recognize guests without asking for names, especially if you are a soki na ang establishmento. So for instance, the next time we visit the same establishments, it automatically access to your preference. Dili na nimo kinahanglan pa mo ingon na kini ako, but the mobile are already have record based on your last stay. So example, ako customers soki na ko sa usa ka fast food chain or a hotel. Then every time musud ko dito mobalik, no, dili na mauta na pa ang guest kung unsa imo ma'am, unsa imong gusto, kay naka-record na tanan kung unsay imong naandan, unsay imong kasagaran ginga pangayo nga services ngadto sa mismo nga hotel, and they have already record based on your last day. No breaks and holidays. So technologies are programmed for work with no lunch breaks, sick leave and holidays, unlike human do. They not even get tired even if magtrabaho sila exceed sa mga hours or even 24 hours in a straight 7 days, kay robot man sila, so they cannot feel tired. Pwede sila magtrabaho 24 hours. Unlike human, kinahanglan pa o mga rest day or kanang ug masakit mo, sick leave mo una. So unlike sa robot, they can work 24 hours. Technologies are more advantage over humans since humans need a rest from time to time to be efficient. Murag battery ang tao kay kinahanglan og i-charge para mubalik ang ilang energy to work. Disadvantages, like there are also 4 disadvantages in the use of emerging technologies. First is breach of privacy. Ano man ang breach of privacy? Since we are slowly becoming very dependent on technology, sa sige na to o gamit of technologies, even naka-security measures pa na, the hackers can still access or exploit it. Then ilang steal ang imuhang mga information, dayon ilaning i-public or ikalat-kalat. Mo na ginatawag o breaching of privacy. I know we are already familiar with these things. Maunay kasagaran na hitabo na to, just like in Facebook account. Matinga na lang ta, nganong dili na ta ka-access, kay gi-access naman dito sa mga hackers. That is why we must put a boundary when using IoT devices for the sake of protecting our security. Second, high cost. Yes, it is true that technology comes with a high cost. It requires huge cost as its complex machine. Like sa pag-install, repair, update, and mga maintenance pa. Syempre, naginhanglan gayud na siya og mga dagkong gasto. Muna ay naka-disadvantage sa mga nag-emerge og new technologies. Emotionless also. Why? Because no matter how smart a machine is, they can never replicate a human. A human smile is very genuine that no artificial robot can duplicate it. Of course, they are controllable. Unlike human, we can express our own emotion, but machines, they don't process emotions and moral value. Since wala man sila judgment making skills, so they can do what they are told to do. Therefore, the judgment of right or wrong is okay ra nila. But when a robot encountered a situation that is unfamiliar with them, they try to duplicate it and perform incorrectly. So, ang mahitabo, they can experience a breakdown, like matingata nga nung naguba man nga machine because they cannot operate, wa na mao ang ilang pag-perform anang butanga. So, gasto na pod mo naging high cost. So, lastly, the disadvantages is potential job losses. So, one of the significant worries in introducing technology is the impact of jobs for workers, since artificial intelligence robots can complete tasks at a quicker. So, ang mga robots kay makahimo naman sila sa mga buhatonon sa mga tao. So, it happens humans worker are no longer to be required, or the restaurant may hire a few staff since some devices can accomplish those tasks. Like, na possible na ang mga workers is mawad-an na og mga trabaho kay ang uban nagsalig ng mga robot. So, dako pug impact na sa mga workers kay syempre kita mo graduate ta pero kanunta sa mga technology useless ra gihapon kay uban mas prefer mo gamit og mga robots kay mas dali kuno dili ka puyon. So mas mo pick. So kung ikaw business owner, syempre mopili jud ka sa mga robots kay dako man nagtabang, wa na kay tagaan og sweldo, robot ray naglihok. So another example is the famous Hina Hotel in Japan, known to be the first hotel staffed by robots. Mani example ganina. In figure 21 shows Velociraptor's dinosaur reminiscent of the Jurassic Park movie who assists guests in the front desk of Hina Hotel in Maihama, Tokyo Bay. Muna akong example ganina, nakita na katong inyong maatubang sa front desk is mga dinosaur na. Then, interface robot of Hina Hotel. It displays Tapia, an interface robot which is installed in every room of Hina Hotel that operate various features on voice command, including the TV, air conditioners, and lights. So, maato sila. And that's all for today's video. I hope nga naamoy nag-gain nga knowledge from this lesson.